My dear students of class 11, today I am going to start one of the most important topic as a chapter, trigonometric functions, which will play a vital role in 11, 12 both, and in after plus 2 also there is a much use of trigonometric functions there. So my dear student, first of all I will start from angle. Without wasting time, I am going to start. What is angle? See, as you know from your concept of geometry, what is angle? The measure of bending between the measure of rotation between two rays is known as angle. The same type of definition we are here, but I will change little bit of that. I will make now this anti-clockwise rotation and clockwise rotation. Whenever there is anti-clockwise rotation of a ray, OA and OB, there is an anti-clockwise rotation. Then the angle which will be made will be positive, and when there will be clockwise, when there will be, if this is a O, this is A, this is B, now you can see here it is anti-clockwise direction, it is clockwise direction. Whenever we will have the rotation for a ray in anti-clockwise direction, we will have rotations as the positive direction. These are known as positive angles. And whenever we will have the rotation as clockwise direction, that rotation will be known as negative direction. So negative angles. So what is angle now? You can define the measure of rotation from initial to terminal ray. Can we say this ray? Initial ray. It is initial ray and it is terminal ray. Here also initial ray is here. That is initial ray and it is terminal ray. So now you can see initial ray and this is terminal ray. So measure of rotation between initial and terminal ray at a particular instant of time is known as angle. So we can write the definition or you can understand it. The measure of rotation, the measure of rotation between an initial ray and a terminal ray is called an angle. Now see here, terminal and initial ray both are the different positions of the ray. Initially it started, that's why it is known as initial ray. Here I have stopped my study that at that point of time we are measuring the angle, that's why it is known as terminal ray. But both are the same ray. But only it is changing according to time. Now next is, this is the first concept about angle. Now next is positive and negative angles. So the angles measured in anti-clockwise direction, are called positive angles. We can call them as positive angles. And the angles, so that will be positive angle. If angle is denoted by theta, it is plus theta. It is denoted by minus theta. Angle is theta. So the angles measured in clockwise direction are called negative angles. Negative angles. So this is all about the angle and how the angle will be positive or negative. In my next step I will show you how to measure the angles. Now see, measurement of an angle. Measurement of an angle. There are so many ways to measure an angle. Basically, two measurement ways of measurements methods of measurement we will use here. One is radian measure, and other is, first one is radian measure. It is also known as circular system. Second one is degree measure. Degree measure. Degree measure is also known as sexagesimal system. According to sexagesimal system, it is known as degree. Now see, degree measure and radian measure. In degree, we measuring the angle by degrees. The symbol is known as in this way. Degree measure is denoted by in this way. A radian measure is denoted by in this way. C, or simply we are writing radians. Now everyone, in degree measure, earlier you have studied till 360 degree. That was the complete angle according to geometry. Now in trigonometry, you are having unlimited angles for degrees and radians. So how to find the values, how to relate them, I'm just showing you. You have heard about 0 degree. 0 degree is also known as 0 radian. Now if I am writing 30 degree, what will be its value in radian? It will be pi by 6 radian. We will see how. Just after that I will show you why this is possible. You can see 45 degree, it is pi by 4. 60 degree, in degrees, in radians it is pi by 3 radian. We simply write C, or we can directly write pi by 6 in this way also. We can write in this way also. That means pi by 6 radians. So next is, if I am writing 90 degree, how will we represent it? Pi by 2 radians. If I am writing, next is 120 degree, what will be in radian? So it is 2 pi by 3. You can simply see from here, pi by 3 is 60, so 120 is 2 pi by 3. And here you will put the symbol C. 180 degree, it will be pi radian. See, pi by 2 is 90 degrees, so twice of that, 2 pi by 2, 2 into 2, pi by 2, 2 gets cancelled, it is pi radian. Next, 360 degree, it will be 2 pi radians. You can simply write this as pi, or you can simply write this as 2 pi. These are also can be written as directly 2 pi by 3. It is also can be written as pi by 2. It can also be written as pi by 3. It can also be written as pi by 4. That means they are in radians. Now how to convert them? We should have some fixed rule for it. First of all, we have to see one formula is there. From degree to radian, if you want to convert degree to radian or radian to degree, what is the basic rule for it? See, 180 degree is equal to pi radian. So 1 degree will be pi by 180 radian. We are writing in radian. In the same way, how will you convert from radian to degree? Radian to degree, how will you convert? For that, we are having rule. Same rule I will apply, but I will write first of all pi radian is equal to 180 degree. This implies 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi degrees. Let us check this. I can check anywhere. For example, 30 degree I am having. I want to convert it into radians. Now how will you convert? 30 degree is equal to, now see, degrees into radians, this is the formula. So I will write it as 30 into pi by 180 radians. 0 0 cancelled, 3 6 are 18. I have got pi by 6 radians, and you see pi by 6 radian is there for degrees. Let us see the reverse. I am having 2 pi by 3 radians. 2 pi by 3 I am having in radians. Now see, 1 radian is equal to 180 by pi degree. How will you convert it? It will be 180 by pi into, now 2 pi by 3 I will write simply, 2 pi by 3. Now let us find in degrees now. Pi gets cancelled. Somewhere pi will not be get cancelled. Then what will you do there? We have to change degrees into its smaller units. I will explain in next example. So it is 6 ja. It is 60 into 2, that is 120 degree, and you can easily check 2 pi by 3 radian is there for 120 degree. So in this way, simple angles we can check. Now in my next example I will show you how to convert a complex angle in radians into degrees.